Some viewers may find this a little sad. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey, you know what's the worst? Shows that are bad, like Breadwinners, The Modern Fairy Odd Parents. Nicktoons is suddenly just falling apart when they used to air old shows. And now they're just using fart jokes, butt jokes, and all that. Don't you hate it? Today we're going to review a Spongebob episode because I haven't done that. And because one of my friends at school wanted me to do it. So, let's get to it, eh? I wanted to do the episode Little Secret Diary, which is in the episode Squidward Reads a Diary. But I'm actually going to be doing that later on because I have school soon. So, let's do the episode Bumper to Bumper. Bumper to Bumper. This episode is flipping the worst. It even has one angry scene that reveals everything. So let's review this stupid episode, and let's see how many stars it gets. So let's review SpongeBob Bumper to Bumper. Before we begin, some viewers, the episode just begins off happily with Mrs. Puff teaching a driving lesson to a Gary, I guess that's what his name is, and he's trying to pass a boating exam. Besides, it's really not stupid, really. I mean, come on, man. Really, where's SpongeBob anyway?
Thank you, Mrs. Puff. I am now a card-carrying driver and a protected member of society.
If he's protected there of society, then how the flip can you even deal with this? I'm not showing you guys the full episode because that's basically, I don't want my channel to be violated. So yeah, SpongeBob just appears out of nowhere, and Mr. Puff, it just breaks down. So yeah, SpongeBob finally then just goes nuts. Now, because of this, I'm not going to use any video clips. What's the flipping point of an episode? I already revealed a Nickelodeon episode, and that was Kablam. Links. I mean, I don't know how to put a link in the description. So SpongeBob messes up once again and blows the flame. These two idiotic guys who laugh. Ooh, that's amazing though. Alright, let me see. And this is where we go to when something stupid happens. So yeah, these two boys, which are jokes, disappear out of nowhere when Puff and SpongeBob just makes an appearance. Okay, this is getting out of hand, man. This is where the controversial comes in. This is where my controversial comes in. That are ripoffs. So yeah, Mrs. Puff fails SpongeBob once again. Wow. Just wow. Just a simple wow. Mrs. Puff hurts poor SpongeBob's feelings. He's just a kid. Well, not a kid. I mean, he did save the world from playing to his evil villains. But seriously, though, that was very rude of her to say about poor SpongeBob. He's been through a lot. And there's lost episodes. This is not being funny anymore, you guys. Puff finally reveals of what she really feels about SpongeBob. He thinks he's a heartless, warmless, dumb fool who can't learn how to drive. So yeah, afterwards, these two boys start making jokes. So yeah, she really hurts SpongeBob's feelings, and he goes off running, crying, and tries to say sorry, and he just leaves out of nowhere. Wow, just a simple wow. I'm not trying to show the full episode here, but still, Bump to Bumper is the worst episode in my life. You know, we see Mrs. Puff come home from a bad day, and I'm realizing something, that there's a little nod right here. And that's, look at the picture right there. Do you see it? Well, it shows Mrs. Puff in that same form too, in another one. That's a joke that I don't even get. She still gets reminded of the consequences if she gets too angry with her nutness. So she has some kind of police thingy magic. I don't even know what to say now. Yeah, SpongeBob is like really what's the flipping point? Come on, really, you guys. It's really simple. And to lighten the mood, we have young Jenny ready to look at us for a staring contest. This here's my little owl Jenny. Say hi, little Jenny. She's a newcomer for an upcoming show we're gonna make later this year, called Owl J. Back to the review. So yeah, Mrs. Puff found out if she can make SpongeBob pass the test because he's afraid of the course. I don't even know anymore. Because Mrs. Puff is a big fat jerk, I'm gonna say. So SpongeBob's really depressed after so SpongeBob becomes depressed as he just groans and he's like really angry while he's bawling. So she just comes out of nowhere and he just hides. I don't even know anymore. Okay, so yeah, what's the flipping point? Mrs. Puff is just a big jerk. Besides, I can't even take anything anymore from a jerk like this. Stephen Hungwood died and we have to move on with our lives while he's dead, and we might see him one day when we die too. But still, it ain't fair. And this is how he wants to do this episode, doing a rip-off episode of a show. So yeah, they take him to somewhere called a road. And a demonous wasteland. What's the point? What's the flipping point because of all this? So yeah. I'm noticing this sign right here. I'm noticing something right here. That this is actually the very same picture we see in the summer promo for this year's Nick of what they're going to be doing. I already know they're airing all that again. Nickelodeon's been doing a good job on their remakes, except for Cartoon Network, which they created the Powerpuff Girls 26, and that was the worst. The freaking worst show of my life. Yeah. So he just starts going crazy, focused on the road. He keeps saying, and this is getting creepy out. Just creeping me out. And there's a skeleton that makes a joke. He needs a more easy one yet. So what's SpongeBob's plan? He's really hypnotized. So yeah, I don't even know what happened to this kind of stuff. So SpongeBob gets confused with what a vessel is to safely stop this. Yeah, they end up on a railroad, and there's a police guy that says reckless drivers, as he hates reckless drivers, and he has I'm not even gonna ask how. So yeah, the police officer, they end up into a darker cave, and there's just one kind of joke. So yeah, there's more reckless, crazy driving, and then at the very end, Mrs. Puff is arrested. So, Mrs. Puff finally is country So she's found going in jail. So yeah, SpongeBob loses his driver's license, and Puff is stranded in jail. As Mrs. Puff reveals, though, she'll get revenge on SpongeBob, and that's how the flippin' episode ends. Thank flippin' God, that was the worst episode. Wanna know what the sad part is? This is really the worst episode. Wanna know how many stars it gets? I'm giving it 1 out of 10 because I didn't like the flippin' episode at once. Little Secret Diary is next, later on today. And I don't know how I'm going to compete with this. I know they're trying to rip me off. But still, it's not fair for people. And so, we end this episode with an announcement to make. Alright, the announcement is I joined a club called Apple Club, which would stand for the Apple Club. Apple Club will be, I'm handing out some sweet merch later. The merch is going to be epic, which is still yet to be confirmed. I'm not revealing it just yet. So yeah, the Apple Club would stand for if Apple, you know that those Apple company that create those phones. Yeah, we need to make sure that Samsung loses and Apple wins. So we're going to be starting that soon. Merch. They'll each be costing $1. Alright, but I don't know when I want to do it, though. Could be next year or this year. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. But subscribe to my channel, please. Bye. Allergy and Friends coming soonish. As soon as summer vacation begins in May.